The year is almost coming to an end, and I'm sure that it's been a roller coaster ride for you or somebody you know. Maybe there have been some successes, some challenges, some points of stress and disappointment. But what if I could share with you 5 things that you should do before this year ends if you're going to make the next year much better than this year? My name is Damilola Oluwatoyinbo. This is 5 to Thrive, where I share practical tips that can help you grow spiritually and flourish in the different areas of your life. And I can't wait to share with you those 5 things. So stay tuned, because I'll be back to tell you more.
Having a gift isn't enough. I'm sure you've seen carpenters who promise to deliver your furniture in a few days only to disappear for weeks. Or very good tailors who just never meet the deadline. That's really frustrating, right? While they may be good at what they do, they often struggle financially. There are many gifted people who never made it big, like Nikola Tesla, who died poor despite his incredible contributions to science and engineering. Now you may be wondering, why exactly did this happen? It's simply because having a gift isn't enough. To live the life you dream of, you need to turn that gift into a profitable venture, and that's where the rich genius comes in. As someone who has found my gifts and turned them into successful businesses, I can show you how to do the same. The rich genius is the key to unlocking your potential, growing your influence, and making money from your gifts. So if you're ready to find your purpose, make money, and live the life you've always dreamed of, click the Learn More button now. The rich genius is waiting to transform your life.
All right, so let's get to it. But before we get to it, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel, everybody who's left a comment, everybody who is sharing the link with your friends and family. If you're one of those people, you can represent yourself right now in the comment box, because as we're growing, we want more people to be able to draw value from all of this. So the first thing you must do before this year comes to an end is to identify the things you want to be grateful for. What are you grateful for? It could be your health, your strength, your stamina, self-control. It could be the opportunities, the milestones. Write out the things you're grateful for. Maybe you're one of those people who keep what people call a gratitude journal, which is where you document the good things in your life or the things that you're just very excited about. This is a good time for you to go to your gratitude journal and increase the list. The power of writing is that you are more conscious of what you are writing, you're more appreciative of that, and you don't want to waste the points of gratitude in your life. Why? Because they will help you with your mental health, they will help you with your emotional wholeness, that will also help you to have a clear mind where you operate from a place of positivity and enthusiasm. So that's the very first thing. Number 2, you now want to identify, watch this, the people you are grateful for. Now, one of the things that many of us don't do is to intentionally appreciate and celebrate the people who have contributed to our lives and our journey. I was thinking to myself about 2 weeks ago that it's been a long time that I intentionally wrote out names of people at the end of the year and I sent them gifts. So what I usually do, I'll send a prayer, maybe send a card. A couple of people I'll send maybe some hampers and stuff. But I was thinking to myself, this year I need to increase that list. I want to add the names of everybody who's played a key role in my life and say, I'm sending you a bag of rice, sending you a jar of oil, I'm sending you live chicken, sending you a cow, sending you whatever. It's so important now because many of us, we have abused the relationships in our lives by taking them for granted, becoming familiar with them, and just expecting them to be there all the time. There is something about gratitude and thanksgiving that increases the value of relationships. So make a list of people. It could be your coach, your mentor, your pastor, your confidant, your best friend, the person who got you the job, the person who got you the gig, the person who secured the contract for you. Don't forget your house help, your driver, the people who have gone above and beyond their pay grade or their salaries to add value. Give them something, a bonus, an extra gift, something just to let them know that you don't take them for granted. So I still have 3 things to share with you, but before I share the 3 more points with you, I want to recommend my book. It's called Good to Go. There's a story behind it. Somewhere in 2014, I was documenting, evaluating, and analyzing my performance that year, and I wrote a list of 14 questions. I made them 15 actually, and I said 15 questions I needed to answer before 2015. I wrote those questions, and a couple of weeks later, occurred to me that other people could benefit from the exercise. So I released it as an ebook to my community online, and it got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of downloads within the first week. Eventually, I turned that into a book about a year or two later. This book has now sold thousands of copies, helped thousands of people across the world, not just within the borders of Nigeria, and you can access your copy right now. Follow the instructions around the video. I'm very eager to ship this to you. I'll be very glad to autograph the first 50 copies that are ordered right now. So make sure you're one of them. Number 3, what you want to do is that you want to evaluate yourself. Now, whether you like it or not, life evaluates you. People are going to test you. Circumstances are going to challenge you. But are you taking out time to say, hey, guy, how did you really do this year? With your money, with your relationships, with your emotional state, your mental well-being, how well are you doing? Now, it's very difficult for you to improve what you don't examine. Whatever you don't monitor, you cannot promote. Whatever you don't analyze, you cannot advance. Whatever you can't evaluate, you cannot elevate. So take out time to evaluate yourself and don't tell lies. If you didn't work hard enough, be very clear about that. If you didn't do the things you're supposed to do, the promises you made yourself, ensure you pay attention to those areas. Number 4, ask yourself the question, how can I improve? So yes, maybe you actually recorded some successes, some victories, you had some open doors, you bought some property, you changed your car, you blessed lives, you ministered to the sick, you preached the gospel. Maybe you actually had some major things, but there is always room for improvement. You might remember from primary school, our teachers drummed it into our ears that the largest room in the world is the room for improvement. So no matter how great you are, you can attain to greater. Paul says concerning spiritual things, I do not count myself as one who has already attained. He says, I press forward toward the prize of the mark of the high calling of Christ. And then Proverbs 4:18 tells us the path of the just is like the shining light. It shines brighter and brighter unto the perfect day. There is always something bigger, always something better, always something that will blow your mind. But you must keep on moving and you must keep on pressing into that reality. Ready for number 5? Number 5 is you must never allow the next year catch you unawares. In other words, prepare for the new year. Prepare emotionally, mentally, spiritually, relationally. What are the things you will do differently? What are the changes we should expect from you? How are you going to show up in the world differently, in the way that captivates our attention in a fresh manner and positions you to deliver more of what God has called you to do? This book is a perfect resource to help you do that. Now, when you go through it, you're going to see that there are places for you to write your answers, your reflection points, your retrospective questions, prospective questions, introspective questions, the different categories of things that you need to document so that you are prepared for the new year. Get your copy right now. Order your copy right now. I'm unashamed in telling you to do it because it changed my life. It's changed the lives of hundreds of people, thousands of people actually, to change yours too. Now, I don't like to leave you without a bonus. Why? Because I'm generous like that. Because I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. So the bonus is this. You must make the decision, whose life will I change in the new year? One of the things that's really helped me in sharpening my skills, my abilities, and my gifts is at the end of every year, I begin to think about individuals I can pour into and communities I can add value to. And I want to begin to do the same thing. Why? At the end of your life, people will not remember your nice car, your nice house, your nice hair, the long hair you bought or that you grew or that God blessed you with. People are going to remember the changes that you helped them effect in their lives, the value that you added to them, the difference that you made in their life. So tell me which of the points stood out for you, which one resonates with you the most, which one have you been lagging behind on, and what do you need to begin to do differently to make sure that the next year is more productive, more rewarding, more prosperous than this one has been. My name is Damilola Oluwatoyinbo. I'm the pastor of Kings, and this is 5 to Thrive. Subscribe to this channel. Keep engaging the content, share and spread the good news, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video.